Grand Rising, my brothers and my sisters, coming to you at 0600 hours and 30 minutes on Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. Happy to see that everyone have made it or you're doing good in everything you planning on do. We are 17 days, 18 days. Sorry about that. Did I say 17 or 18? Are we on January 18th? 18 days into another year. I don't call it a new year, another year, because it's a forwarding progress of your life. And I want to give a moment of silence to all the people that didn't make it. And also, even if it's a funeral, the first three letters is fun. I want to celebrate them and honor and celebrate the people that did make it, and hopefully that you can enjoy the time with the person that you have here today. So let's give it a moment of silence for the people. We appreciate you. We love you. Let's keep those people in our memories. Let's honor them. Don't worry about their roses. They got them. If you did your part, don't worry about it. But if you want to do more, just keep them in your memory and honor them every day you live, my young brothers. So let's give a moment of silence. Thank you. So, as you know, recent events. Now, this is a good thing, brother, because you get to see how to recover. I apologize if you receive on any social media platforms, especially YouTube. If you got Texas, just block the person and ignore them. Already resolved it. They don't want to do nothing about it as an adult, male and female. Not worry about it. So I move on today. That's my final thoughts. Anything else will get blocked. I'm not worried about it no more. I never was worried about it. So thank you for still being around, part of the family. I got greatness to come. We still got more from the Brotha Talk series. We still have a lot to go for the power of oneness. This is one of the power of oneness. This is going to be chapter 9 on the power of apology. The power of apology. So everything I wrote down, that's like cliff notes to what's going to come and what I'm going to say, or in a way that the spirit was given to me, not so much of what somebody else think. It's what is given to me. And I appreciate the people that's still here. And so the power of apology. When you think about the word apology, I think about myself. I don't think about the incident, what happened. I think about myself. I think about what I could have done better, how I could have understood more, and how can I been wiser about it. The reason I do the power of oneness, because in an apology is about you. It's not about the other person. You're not looking for anything. And I forgot about that for a minute. I started looking. Sometimes you ever notice how you hang out with people and the stuff, the things that you know is not that important, that is not, it don't deserve the energy. It don't deserve any of the power. It don't deserve nothing. Not even, only thing you might get is the wavelengths, because they do signal, they send a signal to you. So the signal is in the form of words. It's in the form of, it's basically a words, because you're going to talk about the natural. The natural is words, but in the power is more spiritual, because whatever's inside your soul and spirit, that's how you're going to react. So you can be the prettiest person but have the ugliest soul, ugliest spirit, because by the way you think. remember, if you work in the form of good. Like now, people, you really have to understand this. I'm gonna plug my laptop because then that'll help me have a stopping point, and I'm working on that. So if you're working in good, you're not thinking about hurting people. You're not thinking about that's just how it is. You're not thinking about forming no type of fighting beef. Even though you can fight, you know how to debate, you know how to argue or whatever. That's not what you're forming your mind in. So when a person automatically try to put their prescription of the description they have on you, I shut it down because in my power of me, I don't have your prescription of me. So if a person say hurt people, that's not my description. That's not even something I prescribe to in the first place. The reason it happened because I came out of myself, and since now the onus is still on me. But when somebody wrongs you, sometimes you got to take a stand. Sometimes you have to say, but I allowed the spirit to let me see something. The spirit said, go ahead. I call it a spirit, as I said. Now talking to the young lady, she's like, I hear you call it a spirit. Yes, because it's not a natural thing for most people to want to be good. Because as soon as you come out of the womb, they already told you you're a curse. You're a sinner. You're conceived into sin. So as you come out the womb, you start taking on whatever there is in the world. So if your house is not filled with love and appreciation, honor, so the things that I speak on is honor, courage, commitment. If your house is not based on love, those not the words. There's 3 other words that I use, but that's what came to my head. So that needed to be used right now. If your house is not filled with that, what are you going to learn? If you saturate yourself with a whole bunch of negative things, what are you going to learn? If you live that way, how are you going to act it out? So when people say they're good, there is no action deeming to them until now. Now, I'm not working in the negative, but if you want me to tell truth, my truth is not going to be bad. It's not going to be a lie. It's going to literally tell the person what they're doing. You're hurting me because these words are hurting me because your actions are hurting. That's not bad. So don't let somebody try to tell you that. And if that person actions and words stay the same after you say those things, then you have to take the time out now and say, am I willing to work in this? Hashtag apology. Am I willing to stay around? So this is about to wrinkle some feathers real quick. If you are being abused now from day one in your house, this is why good is important. This is why that power of oneness, hashtag apology, is going to be very, very important to you. You cannot apologize for wrong. You can't apologize for bad. Good, stop apologizing for bad. Move on. Somebody is physically, verbally abusing you. I'm not talking about you giving me bad vibes. Why are you saying wrong to me? Why are you treating me? If a man reiterate that to a woman, why are you putting more pressure on me than the person that loved and literally, you say you need this, I got it. You say you hungry, I fed you. And then they say, quote unquote, the little things that matter. Well, the little things, I seen you wanted that lip gloss, I bought it for you. It's not even the part that I bought it for you. I did something for you. Then they go say, well, the little thing, like, no, the little things don't matter. Because if the first thing she mentioned is about how much money you make, that's not a little thing. She's looking for a status. Hashtag apology. If that's her stylist of who she are, brothers, and to you, sister, if you got the man, you have to walk away. Because I don't work in a status, a clout. I don't do this for anything that's why I ask people on their channels, is your purpose still aligning to what you started with? Or how did you evolve for better, good? If you didn't evolve into something good, then guess what? You're not on the same purpose you was on before. You might have to check yourself. Take a time to get off. They call it detox. Detoxify yourself from what you normally do. So if you was prescribed, now I don't say follow, I say join the family. It say enjoy the video, share, join, and be part of the family. Familiar. I'm familiar with you. I understand you're coming to my channel to hear something that you are not familiar with. Common sense. A lot of people is not familiar with common sense. Well, common sense is from my family may not have literally said the word. I'm in danger, I run. Somebody hurting me, I run and get away. Somebody doing something I don't care for, I run, get away, and I go as fast as in the opposite direction. I say, I don't care what's happening. I don't care how much money you have, a person doing to you. It is about 6 inches of snow outside, maybe 8. I don't care. I will go outside in the snow and freeze to death before I allow somebody to abuse me and beat on me. See, that's why I don't ruffle feathers. Y'all can get mad about people saying, I tell a woman, why are you sitting here? I told a woman, said, he abusing me. I said, get up and leave right now. She sat there. A horse is tied to a plastic chair on the thinnest string possible. The horse don't even know he's free. That plastic chair can't hold him. So I said, man, what is holding you down right now? He can't do nothing that you can't do on your own. I said, sir, you are being abused by a woman. That woman can't do more than you that you can't do for yourself. So why are we still sitting there taking abuse? Why are you still hashtag apologize? Apology is not for that person, it's for you. And it's not to make you cry, it's to make you stronger, to understand you have more power. I wasn't about to sit around, allow someone to take my hurt and play with it. And I'll warn you of an enemy. If my wife, I'm saying wife at work, you either stay there or you be quiet and you do the job and you learn anything, or you stay home. My girlfriend, you do this, or let's make way to do some other thing. What you enjoy? What's your hobbies? You don't got to go work for somewhere. You don't got to be around people. You don't need that person in your circle. Hashtag apology. And I want to talk about, I never did this in my Power of Oneness or my Power of Goodness series, and none of my series where I'll express all of the good. Sometimes it's okay. And the Spirit said, okay, now this is your opportunity of what you just took a stand on a person that's jealous of you. 2 people are jealous of you. You know why a man jealous of you? You can have 2 cents to your name. You want to know, brother, why a man jealous of you? Because you stand on your name. I am Otho Williams Jr. From day one. I said I'm about moral values and ethics. That won't change. If that changed, brother, check yourself. Now I got to check myself. If I allow people jealousy, just as when people talk about what would you rather have, loyalty or love? Love is it's the word that's the sub and root word of loyalty, respect. People don't know that, but I just say I agree with you, because you don't know what love is. Because when you love yourself, you respect yourself. You don't do anything outside. I don't have no, I'm not jealous of no man. I'm a black man. Now, I don't want to go through nothing what no other black man been through unless I have to go through. Like, as I said, I made a commitment to never say I'm going to prison or jail and never be arrested. And this a young brother said this to me. He said, you walking down the street. I said, right. He said, there's sidewalks. He said, for some reason, we know why and we don't know why. Each sidewalk has a crack. They said, you step on a crack, you break your parents' back. But guess what? There's cracks. And sometimes you walking, not paying attention. So when you walking, after a while, we learn that's not really a true saying. That's not important. You're going to start stepping on the cracks. Eventually, if you're just moving and you just living your life, you're going to step on the cracks, no matter how you try to avoid all of these cracks. I say, wow, that's powerful. So it made me think about it. I can avoid being arrested. I can avoid prison, but sometimes I may not avoid being arrested. because that's something they can do regardless. Even if you know your articles, you know the penal law, you know the statutory law, you know the city, you know your state, federal laws. So they can still arrest you and at least put you in handcuffs and put you. Now I have to think about, like, wow, that's true. Don't matter how much. It's my path I'm walking on. So this path, I was going to meet a jealous man. The jealous man, that's not the first jealous man. See, people think jealousy comes in how much, like, so LeBron James. People think people are jealous of LeBron James because of the money. No, money is not LeBron. LeBron James. So when LeBron James moves, that's what they jealous of. They jealous of LeBron James. So Otho Williams Jr. move, and whatever your name is, fill your name in. This is why they're jealous of you. Because they don't follow this. They don't do this. Otho Williams Jr. have morals. He stick to his moral. Murder is murder. Self-defense is still murder. You could be a little bit lenient, but chasing me to murder me, oh, you don't get no lenience. You chased me unarmed? How do I give you lenience? I am a God. We are created in the image of what created us, right? Our family created us. Who created them? From day one, who created the first? We are the image. If we call that image God, Muhammad, Buddha, or whatever you call them, you are in the image of the God who governed the God. So it's always been some type of governing. So you have to understand, you have to govern yourself in the authority. So, brother, in my morals, I had to declare and decree my commitment. But I have to understand what my commitment is made of. I can't say I'm going to never get arrested, but I can be smart and say, I know if I do these things, I will possibly get arrested. That's no longer stepping on the crack or saying that's bound to happen. That's you creating that. That's why talking about jealousy is important. You created that. So if you look at another man and you want what he wants, look up to what he did. So instantly, I'll take Jay-Z because I actually looked up what Jay-Z did. Jay-Z invested into this smaller company. So he cashed out. He's seen another opportunity. And I'm not talking about all that other crap. I'm talking about actuality, what I actually read and actually seen. If I never seen a laboratory or a thing, I'm not talking about a video on YouTube. I'm talking about real life. When you get done, look this stuff up. When I tell you that every time. Because I stand on ethics. Ooh, they don't know about ethics. See, these same people can say you full of it, but they don't have morals and ethics. Because they value the wrong thing. Moral value. And you know why I can say I stand on these things? It can sound all jacked up to you, but I have dignity of myself. Instead of saying something don't sound right and try to make fun of, ask the person, yo, man, why we got beef? Why do you feel this way about me? If that person can't do that, that's honorable. Brother arrested soul, Dr. Martin Luther King said that. You the bigger man. Once you become the bigger man and you do everything you can do is no longer in your hands. That's why I'm done. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Keep washing them. You have to do that every single day. Until now, you're like, oh, I'm used to washing them. I know to put down a toilet seat. So my own place, I know to spray my toilet after I get up, whether I urinate or number two. I'm going to spray it. I got bleach water by my toilet. I have items where people can use if they wanted to do the same thing. But I know before I sit down, I know before I go, I'm going to see what's there first. Or I'm going to work within me because I'm not worried about the other person or the other thing that's going to happen. I'm not worried about catching crabs sitting on the toilet seat. I'm already spraying it down. I'm already cleaning it up. So that's something I do. But if you go somewhere and you try to be as them, like the Romans, you're going to see yourself fall into a world of destruction. And the one thing that a brother and sister can never say I did, they can't say I abused them. They can't say I came for a status or a clout. I'll come at you because there's nothing that go to my videos and filter oldest to the newest. There's nothing that Otho Williams Jr. did different. If you have to say that about yourself, Now, I evolved. I didn't have the Power of Oneness series. I didn't have the power. The Power of Goodness is fairly new because I asked the Spirit, I said, what is about people being good? Spirit said, some people are born into it, and some people can be fostered, nurtured, and breeded. Just as you can be breeded racism, war, poverty. See, people can't take this because it's truth. This is from the heart. Otho Williams Jr. is a defender. He's a warrior. He's never nothing less than. They can't take that. They can't even enter into the room. Because if I need warriors, I'm not called. They can't walk in there because they're not warriors. They never had a battle. You battle through so much. So you're going to let a person that don't even, when I get my millions, I'm going to say, I did it the good. I didn't go sign some contract. I didn't fake it no, don't fake it till you make it. No. I fought a war. I fought my war, somebody else's war, and some community war. I'm still in the community court war, my war. That's why I say daily, you got to go wash your hands, got to go cleanse yourself. Because this is the battle. They're not ready for this. So you got to remember, you about the battle. They are not ready for the battle. They don't know what a battle is. They never seen, they battle. They still trying to overcome. Otho Williams Jr., I drink before. I never was a drunkard. And after a while, my body couldn't take it, and I was already done. I said, man, just like I was done with the NFL, I watch games to enjoy with people. I'm not enjoying games with you, I'm not watching it. Because I know it's full of the league and association is about super slaves. Keep mentioning that. They took down the PDF file. So you got to remember, who are you entering? Hashtag now, apologize to your apology is not for the other person, it's for you. Hold on real quick. Because I should have led with this. I should have led with the word apology as I normally do. What does it mean? We doing the layman, the regular version. And I usually would do the etymology, but I'm not gonna worry about the etymology of it. So I want you to see it. Is that good? Let me move that out the way. Should be able to see. You see the word? The word apology, a regretful acknowledgement of an offense or failure, very poor or an inadequate example of. It's not for that person. How you doing, Brother She? It's for you. That apology is for you. It's for you to take the time out and say, what offense? I'm not going to look at the failure, because failure to me just means incomplete. Incomplete is just not knowing. So that's how they're looking at it. But if you're looking at it in a different way, I don't want to make you feel as it's just not a regret, a expression of regret or remorse for actions. So it's like, what actions did you do? So the actions I've done more recently, I entertained people I should have never entertained because I knew they weren't working from the good. Remember, again, you get good because you're born with it, and also that the good is either nurtured, fostered, or breeded into you, just as racism is breeded into you. And that's all my energy. Ooh, how you doing, Brother Sheed? I was getting to the end. I should have led and showed examples of things, but I didn't show the example of this. So I just wanted to talk to the brothers today about something I went through recently, and allow it. It's the power of oneness. It's apology, something you said or done. And once you get past that, it's one regret. It's one mistake. You know what a whole bunch of when we call it a big problem is only a whole bunch of little problems put together, and that's all. So once we understand that and we know that within ourselves, we can do better. I don't know. I know you just got here, Brother Sheed, like 10 more minutes or 10, 20 minutes if you got time. If you want to come up, or I'm about to end it, you can check out the replay of what I was speaking on. And hopefully you, my brother, or other brothers, we keep sharing information, helping each other out. And this series is The Power of Oneness, Chapter 9, Apology. And for the first time, I took an in-depth step into using the opposite of apology is jealousy. It may not be the true opposite, but when you experience it, as we talked about, me and Brother Sheed, okay, let me share. Was talking about, we were speaking on the power of jealousy. And then this was like a resolve and resolution of the power of jealousy, because you first have to apologize to yourself for allowing yourself to get to a nature based on someone else's nature. But if good is your nature, there's nothing wrong with taking a stand. After you take your stand, you leave it alone. And that's a good, like, for me, I don't care nobody say. A good person, and I don't care, people call me whatever they want. I never show bad to no person. If you actually take the pieces from my situation to every person, I never show bad to no, and I stand on. That's what I'm saying. Some people gotta understand. You stand on that. I stand on it. I'm not a bad person. I don't. You gotta think. Now you can say this is not real or not. Some people do wake up with an attitude about things. I didn't wake up on an attitude. I woke up happy, not because I have breath to breathe and life and all that stuff. I woke up happy because I went to sleep happy. And when I went to sleep happy, I was talking to my lady, my love, that I know, and somebody getting jealous over that, because another woman would get jealous because I didn't want that with her because of who she was. And I'm happy I didn't, because you got to run. You got to run away from bad. You got to see it. I seen it coming. It wasn't no working it out. I don't know if you received it, Brother Sheed. So if I knew I wasn't going to be able to work it out with this woman, why would I keep entertaining myself with actions that's a lie? No, I don't want to be with that. So you gotta stand strong, brother. Or if you got brothers, even not like, to me, I look at family a little different. They say blood is thicker than water. I look at it as not so much blood is thicker than water. It's who the creator aligned me to first be around. Was my mother, father, brother, sister. They came out of the same womb I came out of. We have the same mothers. They can always be first. Uncle always. Now, I'm a type of person, I can take some abuse because I know where it come from. It came from our parents. It came from something that our parents allowed to happen. Pause. As parents and adults, we do allow things to happen. If you have a child and your child's getting bullied with, I mean that your child can't, a bully is when your child cannot avoid it and you do nothing. Your child come to you, you're supposed to be the guardian. You're supposed to investigate. That's where the Black women investigation energy is supposed to come from. It's supposed to investigate for the child. And she come back with information to the husband, and he goes out and he go see, all right, and when they do it together. Because you don't leave her but we don't think. But when you work in the battlefield of jealousy and you don't have good, you're not going to think to say, okay, I'm going to step to these people as a man. at my job. If I can't stand up to my job, don't be trying to down your wife, your girlfriend, no woman. If you never took I took a stand. If you never helped nobody to the highest point is somebody homeless. You seen somebody need to eat. You want something to eat, you offer them. Have you ever offered somebody a sandwich? You going to make fun of people that help people? You a sad being on this earth. If you never offer somebody a random person a sandwich and you call yourself a good-hearted or a servant to the people, you might want to think about. I'm not saying that's the only thing you can do. There's food drives. You never give into a food drive. You never handed out food. You never did things that when you do Habitat for Homes or you do food banks, you don't got to brag. You don't got to show it. Have you ever done that out of the kindness of your heart and wanted to receive nothing from it? Have you ever done that? If you say no to a lot of things, how can you call yourself good? And good is in your own lane. So that means even if that's one of the things you want, what did you do? What good have you done? The power of oneness is apology, hashtag apology. But if you're going to speak on like, I have the power of goodness, out of my heart, I don't care. But I only talk about it when people try to challenge your intentions. I've did things that I just did. People like, you want, I like, if you give me money, that's on you. People like, that's stupid. You're supposed to be making a revenue. Everything, this is not a revenue. This is my service from one of the purposes of my life. You ever walk down the street and just, or on a bus, stop driving your car one day. Go, if your city have public transportation, take the bus and look at your city. You such an advocate. You such a everything black people. Go to the hood. Leave your little confines when you close your windows and doors. Go to the hood. Go see how dirty it is. Go pick up that paper bag and throw it in the garbage. Take that bag and wrap it up and throw it in the dumpster and go buy it. Go to the Dollar General and go buy another bag and put the bag in there. Nah, we good though. See, I could talk about the power of goodness, but I don't worry about that because I know people, they're jealous of you because you can say you done that. See, they can't say that because they want to be as you. But instead of saying that, because you got to remember, if we saying we are conceived and birthed into sin, they calling you a curse. They saying you are bad starting off. How come you can't be good? If you can hate for no reason, how come I can't say I love you, she, for no reason? I'm not saying that to him, but people that's going to hear this. How come I can't say I love my brother, she? Why do that sound weird to us, brothers? I love my brother. I love my brother. Yes, I love my brothers. I don't have nothing bad. I love my sisters too. And I love my sisters. How come we can't say that? Why we got to be negative? Why can't we just put down the social media and stop blasting black women doing bad on the internet? Stop blasting. See, I talk about this. You can say I could say bad things about black women all day. And that's a lie. I'm gonna bring up statistics. I'm like, why are you doing this? That's not divisive. Because you ask me why I'm doing something bad, I got to tell you, right? Because I'm not divisive is not being able to answer the truth. You don't want the truth because you want to stick doing your bad. How you doing today, brother? Shalom. You want to do bad, but that's, if you, I don't know if you see that. This is brother DOD, another brother. I say I love my brother DOD, and he won't take it as some being home. We should be able to say we love our brothers or our sisters without no problem. We should be able to have discussions and focus on the topic and to have an objective or a subjective and then have a resolved resolution at the end of the day. But if you're working in good, you don't got to worry about that. But sometimes you do have to take a stand. So hashtag apologize for yourself for the offense that you acknowledge. And it was a poor decision. It's an inadequate example. Yes, sir. And I've been on for 34 minutes. I don't know if you see the StreamYard, another 10 minutes. I was waiting on Brother She. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll link up. I got his email and everything. And I want to do video with DOD about different things, like how I started. Ask any brother, if you see this video later on, make it go viral. You can ask the brother, how did we start? We didn't start off beefing. or anything. I don't know this person. I'm not gonna add you because I don't know you. Change your name to a real name. I'll add you so you can go back because I don't know this person, and I don't know if they being funny or not. Change your name to a real name, your real name, and I will add you. Thank you. So, and it's gonna be on for long, like 10 minutes. Like I don't know this person. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna add them, but if I see their real name, let me see. But give it 5 more minutes. So what I say onto one, I say onto all. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your choice. Choose wisely. Thank you, brother DOD. Thank you, brother Sheed. It's like this is the power of oneness. For the first time, I went out of it and allowed the spirit to say, okay, you can do it this way. Usually I say no. And I really wanted to just stick with, oh, you from Britain. But I don't know who you are. So I don't want to bring in, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you wanting to come on. Have my email. Send me an email. So send me an email, please, and let's chop it up because I can start a series where I just chop it up with random people and everything that I don't know. So thank you for coming on, ma'am or sir. Oh, you can't put your name, but I don't know. Like I say, go to my channel. It say the about. You can get my email. You can, like, not being funny, you can send me a picture of who you are and explain. And then if you want, we just set up whatever time frame you are able to chat. Because I don't want this to turn into something I don't know. I'm not saying you got bad intentions, but I don't want this to turn into something else. I want to keep it at the power of oneness, speaking on apology and resolving resolution if somebody being jealous towards you. So you had a power, you had a choice. Thank you again. I love you, my brothers, brother She, DOD, all my brothers that haven't been around in a while, and my sisters. I still love my women. So I'm a no offense. I'm gonna say it like we always say. I'm a man. I'll always love women. There's nothing not about a woman I won't love. But I love when I talk to women when it's cordial and it has substance. It ain't fighting and beating each other down. And we come to some understanding, not even a resolve and resolution. I know you did. So just hit my email, go to my channel. I'm about to jump off because I don't know you. I hope you respect that. So thank you once again. Y'all have a great day. I know in my city we got a lot of snow. We got 6 to 8 inches. They closed the schools again. The parents complain. They're trying to send them to school. They ain't do the road. So they've been slacking the last so many years when it snowed like this. Last week was supposed to be our storm. This was our actual storm. So I'm gonna put it up because I took like 3 time frames, like from when it was like 3 or 4 in the AM, then around 7 before the light came up, and then more towards when the snow finally kind of settled. So everybody have a good day, be safe, and Aleichem Shalom.